Hey guys, so this is my fourth Lego Mad Max MOC, and in today's video I'll be talking you through the design and details of this build. So starting with the two smaller builds, you can see that we have a bike, and you can see that this guy has some protective goggles on and he's holding a gun as well, which I think is quite cool. And you can also see that we have this buggy which has some thicker rear tires for that meaner look. It's got an exposed engine at the back here and a more aggressive gun which is adjustable just like this, which I think is quite cool. And again, this guy has a protective armor helmet and he's holding a crossbow which actually works just like this. And lastly, around the front, you've got some headlights and a protective bar there, and also another gun here as well. And you can also see that it's got a rusted color scheme, which I think is quite cool. Alright, now we come on to the design of this larger build. So standing at the front, you can see that you have some headlights just here. You've got your grill in the middle there. You've got a chain here for design. You have two small guns on each side. And lastly, you can see that you have this massive offensive bar element here. And you can see that it's got some sharper edges as well. And underneath, you can also see that you have an extra bit of protection for the underbody as well. Coming along the side, you can see the most obvious parts are your massive exhaust pipes just here, which I think look super cool. You can see that this vehicle again has the rusted paint scheme, just like the buggy, which I think again looks super cool. On the bonnet here, you can see that you have more guns, and behind them you can see that you have two larger guns for more aerial attacks. You can see that just above the front wheels, you got some claws that stick out to damage vehicles that come too close. And you've also got some hardcore off-road tires, which I think looks super cool. You can see that you have your fuel tanks on each side with a ladder to help you get up to the interior. You have your door mirrors just here, and you can see that on either side of the cabin, you got some extra weapons such as this sword and a large crossbow on this side as well. And on the roof here, you can see you have another gun which is controlled by this guy here, and he also controls this crane, which I'll move on to a bit later. You can also see that you have another guy who's driving this vehicle in the interior there as well. You can see that this whole vehicle is slanted downwards slightly, and that's due to the lifted ride height here at the back. And you can also see that you got double wheels on each side on the rear axle as well, which I think looks super cool. You can see that you have a smaller weapon on each side, and you have some claws for a more menacing look at the rear here as well. And lastly, you can see that you have long antennae on each side as well. Alright, coming along the back, you can see that you have your rear lights here, which are protected with some bars. You have your indicators in the middle there as well. You can see that you have another barrier which protects the underside of this vehicle, and it also holds this wrecking ball in place as well, which I'll move on to a bit later. And also you can see that you have a human head on each side, which are both covered in blood for a meaner look. You can see here that you have your controls for your crane here, and they're adjustable just like this. And lastly, you can see that you have your crane here with a wrecking ball attached to it. So to operate the wrecking ball, all you have to do is move this dial at the top here, and that moves it down, and it goes back up just like that. And this whole beam here is also adjustable just like that. And this wrecking ball is easily strong enough to whack this human just like that. Alright, now we come on to the engine of this build. So if I open up the bonnet just like that, you can now see the full engine. So you can see that you have your V6 engine block in the middle. You have some extra details at the back there. And at the front here, you got some more details just there as well, which I think are quite cool. Alright, now we come on to the last part of this build, and that is the interior. So as you can see, you have your seats just there. You can see that you have your steering wheel with details of your dashboard there. You can see that you have a spare gun there for the driver. And you've also got your gear shifter there as well. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. See you later.